2012, and Jerry is in Canada on Coast to Coast. Jerry?
March, April, or May in British Columbia, in and around the University of British Columbia, Stanley Park, Victoria Island, and in and around the downtown core of Vancouver.
Okay.
We're going to have a major problem with suburban wildlife attacking us.
Okay, suburban wildlife meaning what?
Particularly like maybe groundhogs, squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits, and raccoons. It's going to start small, where they're going to start chasing cats and dogs.
Okay.
But it's going to get to a point where they're going to start chasing little kids.
Okay.
And then it's going to get to a point where they're going to start attacking us, biting us, and a few people, I don't know how many, there's going to be deaths. And
well, I know you don't want this to happen, right? I mean,
I pray to God that's not going to happen.
But the squirrels and raccoons could turn on people in Vancouver. Is there a particular reason why Vancouver and around
it's in the water.
UBC? It's in the water.
It's in the water in Stanley Park, but it's going to get so bad that the police are one night, a couple of nights, they're going to go out and do a major call, or cull, C-U-L-L.
Okay. Right, you're right.
Exterminate all the wildlife.
Suburban wildlife.
Suburban wildlife, like groundhogs. It's more particular raccoons. They're the vicious ones that they're going to be attacking.
They're the kind of the leaders?
They're not the leaders. They're just the majority of the attackers. They're going to be jumping from the trees. Do you know sometimes, like in Portland, Oregon, where the crows or the falcons are attacking people when they're walking close to their nests?
Sure.
That's particularly what's going to be happening here. Or even like Canadian geese. You know when you walk close to a nest of a Canadian goose?
Right, they get very touchy. Sure.
People walking by. It's going to be happening when children and parents and everyday people walk by close to nesting grounds. That's when they're going to start attacking. But it's going to start small with the raccoons first, and then other wildlife animals will join in.
So and you're actually predicting deaths, like a death by raccoon. You don't mean like rabies. You mean like
they're not rabies.
Going for the jugular kind of a thing.
They're going to be biting them, tearing their skin off to the flesh and bone.
Wow.
They're going to be eating them.
Like piranha.
Like piranha, like a flying piranha raccoon.
Okay.
It's not going to be a high death toll. It's just going to be shocking. Maybe 12, 15.
That would be shocking.
15.
Let me tell you, dude, any century, any city, flying piranha raccoon falls under the shocking. I know, but that falls under the shocking category. So it doesn't matter whether there's...
The shocking point is that people are going to die. Like if I'm walking in Stanley Park, which is a massive park in Vancouver, and all of a sudden I'm walking, and this raccoon jumps from the tree and lands on my back and bites my neck, that's what's going to happen, and they're going to get you that way.
Yeah. And so it's in the water. What do we suspect is in the water that would make this happen?
We suspect that it might be, I don't want to sound gross on this night, but it's going to be like human feces.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a high fecal count in the water somehow triggers a feral reaction of rogue raccoon.
Not rogue raccoon. They're just going to have a mental illness to them.
Well, that's what we call that. When an animal goes rogue, when it decides it gets a taste for human, that kind of a thing. So,
but it's not going to be the taste for human blood. It's just that reaction. It's the movement and its closeness to the proximity of their birth or the children or just their location of, if they see someone close by, they'll just attack.
Okay, and you live near this, you call it Stanley Park?
I've been seeing early signs of this where little chipmunks, they've been chasing larger dogs, like pit bulls and poodles and cockerel spaniels and stuff like that.
Right.
I haven't seen anything happen with raccoons because they're still kind of resting or...
They're laying back.
They're laying low.
Yeah.
But it's just the smaller suburban life animals, and then slowly it's going to build to the raccoons. We do have a large deer and bear population.
But they're not on board.
Not yet, but if we don't stop it in late April, it could spread to the entire province of British Columbia.
Okay.
And we're talking bears, raccoons, moose, caribou, trout, salmon.
Wait, how would the trout and salmon, and then we really are talking piranha, then if the trout and salmon start.
The whole wildlife situation can go on board.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I hope that doesn't happen, but we're talking from insects to falcons.
Okay.
To American eagles.
All right, well, you knew America was going to be involved in there somewhere.
America won't be affected.
Oh, no.
It's just the Canadian Pacific Northwest.
We will keep an eye on that, and you are down. For 2012.
Okay,
Thank you, and appreciate that. And that brings us up to our next round coming up on Coast to Coast.